Good morning. In this class we are going to see about the properties of addition and subtraction of integers, and then we will proceed solving the exercise 1.2. The first thing is closure under addition. What is mean by closure? So first is, if you take any integer a and b, two integers I am taking a and b, and I am adding this, the result is a plus b. If a is an integer and b is an integer, and by adding a plus b is also an integer, then we can say integers are closed. We can solve using some examples. 3 is an integer. Okay, to the 3 I am adding 2. 2 is also integer. 3 plus 2 is 5. 5 is also an integer. So you can say integers are closed under addition. Let me take one more example. Minus 3 is an integer. To the minus 3 I am adding 4. 4 is an integer. The answer is 1. 1 is also an integer. Minus 3 minus 5. The answer is minus 8. Minus 8 is also an integer. So if you add two integers and if the result is also an integer, then you can say integers are closed under addition. Okay, now let me do it for whole numbers also. Whole numbers, we know that whole numbers will start from 0, 1, 2 and it will go on. Whole numbers will not include negative numbers. Okay, let me check if whole numbers are closed under addition. How to do that? Take any two whole number, 3 plus 4, and add it. 7 is also a whole number. So whole numbers are any number. You take 0 plus 5. 0 is a whole number, 5 is a whole number, the result is also a whole number. So like integers, whole numbers are also closed under addition. The next property we are going to see is closure under subtraction. We now saw what to do for addition. Now we are going to subtract it. Take any two integers and you subtract and check. What is that? 4 minus 3 is 1. And 4 is an integer and 3 is an integer. Subtracting 4 minus 3 is 1. 1 is also an integer. So minus 3 minus 7. Okay. So this is minus 9. Minus 9 is also an integer. Few more examples. Minus 4 minus 3 minus 7. So we can say here integers are also closed under subtraction. Even you subtract any two integer, the result is also an integer. Similarly, let us check for whole numbers. Okay, take any whole number and you subtract it. Let me take 7 minus 1, that is 6. 7 is a whole number, 1 is a whole number, and 6 is also a whole number. Okay, in this case you can say that whole numbers are closed. But if you do this case, 1 is a whole number and 7 is a whole number. When you subtract 1 minus 7, the answer will be minus 6. Minus 6 is not a whole number. Minus 6 is not a whole number. Minus 6 is an integer. Okay, whole numbers will not include a negative integer. So 1 minus 7 is minus 6. Therefore we can say whole numbers are not closed under subtraction. Okay, but this is not the case for integers, because integers includes negative numbers also. So minus 4 minus 3 is minus 7. Minus 7 is also an integer. So integers are closed under subtraction. We can conclude by saying we studied that whole numbers and integers both are closed under addition. When it comes for subtraction, only integers are closed under subtraction. Whole numbers are not closed under subtraction. The next property is commutative property. First we will start with addition. What is this? If we take any two integers a plus b, if it is equal to b plus a, Okay, then we can say addition is commutative for integers. 4 plus 3 is 7. If you interchange this 3 plus 4, that is also equal to 7. We will take some negative numbers and check. Minus 4 plus 3. Okay, minus 4 in an integer and 3 is an integer. Minus 4 plus 3 is minus 1. Similarly, minus 3 plus minus 4. You are taking two integers, one is minus 4, another one is 3, and you are adding it. In the first case, you are doing minus 4, a equal to minus 4, b equal to 3. This is for the first case. And for the second case, you are just interchanging the order b plus a. So 3 plus minus 4, that is equal to 3 minus 4 plus into minus 4, that is equal to minus 1. So we can say for integers a plus b equal to b plus a. So we can say that addition is commutative for integers. You can check for whole numbers. Whole numbers is commutative for integers. You can check by yourself. The next is we are going to check for subtraction. What you have to check? If a minus b is equal to b minus a. Okay, let me take two integers. Let a equal to 4 and b equal to 5. What is a minus b is 4 minus 5, that is equal to minus 1. What is b minus a is 5 minus 4, that is equal to 1. Therefore, a minus b is not equal to b minus a. Okay, similarly you can check for whole numbers also. Here we will try for some negative numbers. Let a equal to minus 4 and b equal to 5. Okay, let me check for a minus b. A minus b equal to minus 4 minus 5. A is minus 4 and b is 5. So a minus b, that is equal to minus 9. What is b minus a? B is 5 minus of minus 4. This is b minus a. B is 5 minus of minus a is, minus a is minus 4. That is equal to 5. Minus into minus plus 4, that is equal to 9. Here the answer is minus 9 and here it is plus 9. So we have tried two examples, that is a minus b is not equal to b minus a. Check this for whole numbers also. You will get subtraction is not commutative. So subtraction is not commutative for integers. The next property is associative property. What does it say is a plus b plus c. Okay, if you are interchanging the order a plus b plus c, you have to check if this both are same, then addition is associative for integers. Let me take three numbers. Let a is minus 4, b is minus 2 and c is 3. You can take any integers a, b and c. First I am doing what is a plus b plus c. It means you have to solve whatever within the bracket first. So first I am going to solve which is a plus b. B is minus 2. This is a plus b plus c, that is equal to minus 4. This plus into minus 2 plus 3. Minus 4 minus 2 is minus 6 plus 3, that is equal to minus 3. Okay, this is the answer for this case. Then let me check for here. A plus b plus c, that is equal to what is a? Minus 4 plus what is b? Minus 2 plus what is c is 3, that is equal to minus 4 plus what is minus 2 plus 3? Minus 2 plus 3 is 1, that is equal to minus 3. So you can see here whether you do in this order or in this order, both gives the same result. Okay, therefore you can say addition is associative for integers. Try for one more example. Okay, you can put any numbers you want and you can solve and try it here. The next property is additive identity. What is additive identity for integers? Answer is 0 is the additive identity for integers. What that means is if you add 0 to any integers, 5 plus 0 is 5, minus 3 plus 0 is minus 3, okay, 7 plus 0 is 7, 0 plus of minus 7 is minus 7, okay, here plus into minus become minus, that is 0 minus 7 is minus 7. If you add 0 to any integers, you will get the same integer. So 0 is called the additive identity for integers. So what does it mean? A is any integer, to that if you add 0. Otherwise you can say by commutative property you can say a plus 0 or 0 plus a will be the same. The answer will be that integer. This is the additive identity. Okay, if you add 0 to any of the integer, the result will be the integer, the same integer. This is from the try this section in your book. Write a pair of integers whose sum gives a negative integer. It's very simple. Write a pair of integers whose sum means when you add two integers, okay, they didn't mention whether it should be a negative or positive. We can take anything, and the only thing is the result should be a negative integer. Okay, you have to find a pair of integer whose sum gives a negative integer. So I can write 3 minus 5 here. What is 3 plus of minus 5? That is equal to 3 minus 5. Plus into minus, minus 5. That is equal to minus 2. That is negative. Here one is positive, another one is negative. The result is negative because I have given negative sign to the bigger number. Okay, this is one case. Another case you can try is, if the result you want to be negative, you can keep both the numbers as negative. Minus 1, minus 2. What is this? Minus 1 plus of minus 2, that is equal to minus 1 plus into minus, minus 2, that is equal to minus 3. Okay, these are the two different cases where you can get the result is negative. One thing is one of bigger number should be negative. So in this case you will get a negative integer. Another thing, if both the integers are negative, the two cases you should add. So 3 plus of minus 5, 3 minus 5 is minus 2. The next is minus 1 plus of minus 2. Minus 1 minus 2 is also minus 3. You can try your own examples. Okay, the next is 0. The only way is 3 plus of minus 3 is 0. 5 plus of minus 5 is 0. This is the only possibility of having. Next is an integer smaller than both the integers. So we have to give an integer. Main thing is here sum. The sum. Okay, the result should be smaller than this both of these integers. Okay, one thing is minus 2 minus 3. Okay, what is the result? Minus 2 plus of minus 3, that is equal to minus 2 minus 3, that is equal to minus 5. Minus 5. So minus 5 is less than minus 2, minus 5 is less than minus 3. If we draw a number line here, 0, 1, 2 like this, here it is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4, minus 5. Okay, the value will be increasing in like this. So minus 5 is smaller, minus 2 is bigger, and minus 3 is also bigger when compared to minus 5. So an integer smaller than both of this integer is minus 2 plus, you can try any examples. So next is an integer smaller than only one of the integers. Out of the two integers, one should be smaller. So in that case, what we can try? 3 plus 3 is an integer. I am writing minus 2, that is equal to 3 minus 2, that is equal to 1. 1. Okay, now what we can say? If you compare 3 and 1 and minus 2 and 1, which is the result is 1, which is less than 3 and greater than minus 2. So the integer is 1, which is smaller than one of the integers. Okay, the next is an integer greater than both the integers. It's very just addition. Sum gives 4, 5, 9. Okay, we can try many examples. Next is write a pair of integers whose difference gives a negative integer. Previously we saw whose sum gives, now the difference. So a pair of integers whose difference gives a negative integer. Okay, now so I have to write a bigger number here, so that the sign of this is negative, so the result will also be negative. For example, 1 minus 4. 1 minus 4 is minus 3. This minus is from here. So a negative integer. Okay. One more example is, you can try this also. Here I am giving minus 1. So what is minus 1 minus 4 is minus 5. Okay, you can try many examples. The next is 0. The only option is 3 minus 3 is 0. 4 minus 4, 0. Okay. Next is an integer smaller than both the integers. So the result should be smaller than both of these integers. So I could find the difference. I should write integers, pair of integers. The result should be smaller than both the integers. Let me take 4 and 9. The two integers are 4 and 9. The answer is 4 minus 9 is minus 5. Okay, so this minus 5 is less than 4, this minus 5 is less than 9. The next example is 2 and 3, that is equal to minus 1. So 2 and 3. So 2 is greater, so minus 1 is less than 2, minus 1 is less than 3. Next is an integer greater than only one of the integers. So the difference, that is equal to 4, 3. We can see 4, you can have 1, 3 here. So the integer are 4, 1. Okay. So 3, if you see 4, 1 and compare it with 3, here it is greater and here it is lesser. So this 3 is greater than one of the integers. The next is 10 minus 2, that is equal to 8. So 10 is greater than 8 and 2 is less than 8. These are the examples. And the last is an integer greater than both the integers. So difference, that is equal to 3 minus 2. We have taken two integers, 3 and minus 2, and we are doing the difference. What is 3 minus of minus 2? That is equal to 3 plus 2, answer is 5. So 5 is greater than both 3 and minus 2. Next is 4 minus of minus 3. 4 minus of minus 3, that is equal to 4 plus 3, that is 7. Here 4 and minus 3 are the integers. So this 7 is greater than both 4 and minus 3. Next is example 1. Write down a pair of integers whose sum is minus 3. So you have to write any pair of integers and you add it, you should get minus 3. So minus 1 minus 2. Minus 1 minus 2 is minus 1 plus of minus 2, that is equal to minus 1 minus 2, that is minus 3. Okay, next example is minus 5 plus 2, that is minus 3. Okay, now this is the problem we solve now. Write down the pair of integers whose sum is minus 3. The answer is here minus 1 and minus 2, here minus 1 and minus 2, here the answer is minus 5 and 2. Okay, if you know to write it directly, if you know these numbers, you can do no problem. Suppose you don't know how to get these numbers, okay, then you can solve using a number line. Let me show how that is. Take a number line 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and it will go on here. Here it is minus 1, minus 2, minus 3, minus 4. Okay. Now you see, you have to write a pair of integers whose sum is minus 3. A pair of integers whose sum is minus 3. Okay. So this 4 things we discussed in last class. Add a positive integer and subtract a negative integer. For these both cases you have to move right. Similarly, subtract a positive integer and add a negative integer, you have to move left. So here minus 3 is here. Okay, minus 3 is here. I have to write a pair of integers to get minus 3. First I am taking any integer, you can take any integer, 2. I am taking 2. So from 2 I have to move left side to reach minus 3. You see here, from 2 I am moving left to reach minus 3. So left side, so adding here is adding a negative integer. So here I should write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 minus 5. So here I am adding a negative integer, I am moving left. Okay. So plus is adding a negative integer is minus 5 is a negative integer. So I am moving left side to reach minus 3. The next example is, now I want to write some numbers from this side. So let me take minus 5. Okay. To the minus 5, to reach minus 3, I have to go right. Here it is left. So I have to go right. So it should be any one of this. What is that? Suppose it is add a positive integer. What is that integer? 1, 2, 2 steps. So minus 5 plus 2 is minus 3. Okay, let me do some more examples. Let me take this 4 here. 4 and here is minus 3. Okay, now here is 4. So from 4 to reach minus 3, I have to move left. So left, adding a negative integer. So from 4 you have to count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So here it should be minus 7. This is adding a negative integer. Okay. Similarly, I am taking some minus 6 from this side. Minus 6 plus something gives minus 3. So from minus 6 I have to move right to reach minus 3. So right is here, I have to add. So I have to add a positive integer. How much? 1, 2, 3. Minus 6 plus 3 is minus 3. Okay, this is the way you can solve the same problem using a number line. The next is, I have to write a pair of integers whose difference is minus 5. Here is a number line. I have marked minus 5 here. I am going to write a pair of integers whose difference is minus 5. So here it is minus 5. You can start from here, you can go from here, or you can start from here. Let me try the both. First I want to start from here. I can write any number on this. Let me take some 2 here. Okay, from this 2, this is a minus. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. From 2 to minus 5, there are 7 steps here. So to the left, so 2 minus 7 is minus 5. I can start from here minus 4. If it is minus 4, it is minus 4 minus 1. It is minus 3, it is minus 2. So you can start any number after this, after minus 5, and you are moving left. So instead of this, here I start from 2. So minus 5 is here. I want to go somewhere here now. Let me start with now minus 7 here. Put any number. So minus 7 is here. Now I want to move right. So this is 1 and 2. So from here to here it is 2 steps to the right. So it is 2 minus 2. Okay, so minus 7 minus of minus 2, minus into minus plus 2, that is minus 5. Okay. So this is how with using number line also you can solve this. Next is difference is 2. I think you don't need a number line to solve this, we can write 4 minus 2 is 2, 6 minus 4 is 2. Only thing you note here is a difference is 2. The last one is sum is 0. So 4 plus of minus 4 is 0. 4 plus of minus 4 is 0. 3 plus of minus 3 is 0. If I adding two integers, the sum is 0. Now we are going to start with exercise 1.2, the first problem. Write down a pair of integers whose sum is minus 7. So here is a number line. Here it is minus 7 I marked here. I am going to write a pair of integers whose sum is minus 7. I am going to give some two examples. Here I have to start. So I can write any number from here. So I want to write this 1 here. 1. Okay. So from the 1 I have to move 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. From 1 I am moving how many steps? 8 steps. 8 steps left to reach minus 7. Okay, so it is 1 minus 8. Okay, this is one way. So here I am going to take any number on, now first we have taken something number on the right side. Now I am going to take something to the left, minus 9. Okay, from minus 9 I am going to reach minus 7. So from here to here how many? 2 steps. Okay, so minus 9 plus 2 is minus 7. The greater number here is 9, so it is minus. Here the greater number is 8, it is minus. So here moving is like this and here it is like this. So it is minus 8 and here it is plus 2. Okay. The next is the difference is minus 10. So you have to write two integers such that the difference is minus 10. Okay, whereas minus 10 is here. Okay, so first let me take anything from this side and one from that side. So what is this? I am starting with minus 7. Here minus 7. Okay, from minus 7, 1, 2, 3. How many steps? 3 steps. Minus 7, 3. Already there is a minus here. Okay, so minus here difference is minus 10. So minus 7 minus 3. Here it is 3. Minus 7 minus 3 will give minus 10. Now I want to start from here minus 11. From this minus 11, I have to come one step to reach minus 10. Okay, so from this is minus 1. So here it is minus 1. So 11 minus into minus plus 1, that is gives minus 10. Okay, the sum is 0. So it should be very easy. 5 plus minus 5 is 0. 2 plus minus 2 is 0. Next is write down the pair of negative integers whose difference gives 8. Surely in this they have mentioned both the integers should be negative. So here is an integer minus, that is 8. This difference is, so I am giving a negative sign here. The integers here should be, both the integers should be negative. So sure you can start any, you have to start from the negative integer. You have to reach 8 here. Okay, so I will start from minus 3. Okay, from minus 3 I have to reach 8. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So from minus 3 to 8 I have to make 11 steps. So it is minus 11 here. Okay, so what is this? Minus 3 minus into minus plus 11 gives 8. So it is minus 11. Moving here, you can make many examples. Let me start with minus 5, a negative integer. You have to go to 8. From minus 5, if you move to 8, count, it is minus 13. Okay, so minus 5 minus of minus plus 13 gives 8. Next is write down the negative integer and a positive integer whose sum is minus 5. So I have to write negative and a positive. okay, whose sum is minus 5. Here it is sum. Okay, when you add 2, one should be positive and one should be negative. The answer should be in minus 5. So minus 5 is here. Okay, so let me start with the positive number 2. Okay, from 2 I have to reach minus 5 here. So from 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. From 2 to reach it is 7 steps. So it is minus 7. I am moving left side. Okay, another example. Let me start with 4. Where is 4 is here. Sum 4 to minus 5, it is minus 9. Okay, we can solve without using number line also. The next is write a negative and positive integer whose difference is minus 3. So this is a number line. You have to write a negative and positive integer and the difference is minus 3. Okay, here is minus 3. You have to write one negative and positive. Let me start with minus 2. From minus 2, here it is one step. So minus 2 minus 1 is minus 3. Another one is, let me start from minus 1. Okay, so from minus 1 it is 2 step. It is 2 here. So minus 1 minus 2 is minus 3. The next problem is, in a quiz, team A scored minus 40, 10, 0 and team B scored 10, 0 and minus 40 in the successive rounds. Which team scored more? Can we say that we can add integers in any order? So team A scored, how much they scored? Minus 40 plus 10 plus 0. Minus 40 plus 10 is minus 30 plus 0, that is minus 30. Okay, team B scored 10 plus 0 minus 40. 10 plus 0 is 10, 10 minus 40 is minus 30. Which team scored more? Both team scored same marks. Okay, can we say that we can add integers in any order? Yes, we can add integers. Here you see 40, 10, minus 40, 10, 0 are the marks. Here we are adding minus 40 plus 10 and 0. Here we are doing 10, 0 and minus 40. Which property is this? Associative property. Okay, why we can add integers in any order is because integers, if it is integers, we can using associative property. What does it says? A plus B plus C equal to A plus B plus C. Okay, so we can add integers in any order. Problem is, so this is by commutative property. What it says? A plus B equal to B plus A. So minus 5 plus of minus 8 is minus 8 plus of minus 5. So 53 is same as here also, so it should be 0. Plus 17, if you add minus 17 plus 17 minus 17 is 0. So 17 plus into minus, minus 17 is 0. This is by associative property, so it is minus 7 here. So minus 12, 3 numbers are there, 13, minus 12 and minus 7. So here they are adding 13 and minus 12 plus and then minus 7. Here 13 minus 12 and minus 7. So the answer here is minus 7. And the last is minus 4, 15 and minus 3. Here it is minus 4 is here, 15 is here, here it is minus 3. Okay. Up to now we have solved exercise 1.2. From next class we will solve exercise 1.3. Thank you.